So guys, because there's not all that much to do between now and the launch of the Renegades expansion, today I'm here with a prep guide going over everything that you should be getting done between now and Renegades. Obviously, there's been the Ash and Iron update, which has come with quite a few new additions in terms of weapons and gear to obtain, so we'll also be covering that, as well as everything that you might have missed with the Edge of Fate expansion. We're also going to be going over bounty prep and the main reasons why you should be doing it if you care about the new contest mode dungeon, or just power leveling generally. So with that said, let's first go over the main reasons why you would want to prep in the first place. So one of the key things is with Renegade's launch, everyone that is above 200 power will be reset back down to 200 power. That is all the current information that we know about that system. We do not know if Bungie has changed their minds on that yet. Hopefully they have, but for right now anyway, everyone at Renegade's launch will be set back to 200 power if you are currently above 200 power. What that also means is that your unstable cores stockpile will be completely removed. As you can see, it says that this currency expires at the end of the season, which will be the beginning of the next season with the launch of Renegades, which means that your stockpile of unstable cores, the item needed to upgrade items to beyond 200 power level, will be completely gone. And by bounty prepping, you'll be able to get a quick little restock of these unstable core rewards. As you can see here, they are all over the premium battle pass, which you should have if you own the Renegades expansion itself. So being able to gain a quick stockpile of these currencies again is going to help you out tremendously. Alongside that, you'll also just be gaining more currencies through the reward pass, and also be leveling up your brand new artifact as well, which will hold even more broken mods. I'm guessing that will mainly be focused on the Void and Arc subclasses due to the lack of Void and Arc based things in the current artifact. With that said, let's now go over the main things that you should be prepping. First off, bounties. If you've done this before, it's literally no different to every past expansion. Head over to the world tab and first hunt down any and all weekly bounties, the main ones being from the Dreaming City here. You can head over to Pet Revenge and collect, I would recommend, only the Ascendant Challenge bounties, because there are 6 of those in total and you can hold all of them on all 3 of your different characters. So that's very much worth doing. And if you really want to, there's also a weekly bounty for doing the Blind Well activity, but not many people play that, so I wasn't really worth picking that up. Alongside that, you can also head over to the moon here and collect weekly bounties from both Erismorn and the Lecturnum Enchantment. And finally, you can head over to Europa and collect the weekly bounties from Varix the Loyal. Then after you've done that, just be picking up any and all daily bounties that can be found on any of the destinations that you see here that are probably worth doing. Alongside that, there are also other weekly bounties though tied to Eternity and the Dares of Eternity game mode from Xur, who you can gain access to via the Treasure Hoard destination. There'll also be Star Horse bounties as well, so those will be worth picking up if you plan on playing Dares of Eternity. Other than that, the only other weekly bounties that are currently available in the game would be clan bounties, but due to the current state of the game, I doubt that many people's clans are really all that active at this point. So if you want to hold on to clan bounties, if your clan is active enough, you can do that. But I also believe that once Edge of Fate launched, clan bounties were actually removed, so it might not be worth holding on to those at the current state until we get some confirmation on that. But I believe these were removed once Edge of Fate launched, so take that with a grain of salt. Now, with bounties out the way, the only other thing that you can really prep would be farming out exotic engrams so that you can get maybe a good roll on the brand new exotics. Now, before in past expansions, exotics were earned through Master Rahul, where you would turn in exotic engrams to max out his rank and then just purchase the new exotics. That has completely changed though, however, with you now being able to get new exotics from completing the legendary version of the newest campaign tied to the expansion, or by going and completing a specific activity that the new exotics drop from. But if you want to be getting multiple of these new exotics, one thing you can do is send a stockpile of exotic engrams to your postmaster, so that once you have completed the campaign, you can return to the tower, claim all those exotic engrams, then go to Rahul here and decrypt them all into the brand new exotic. Now, the main way you'll be doing this is first maxing out your entire engram inventory with literally any and all types of engrams just to get it filled out. Then head over to any destination on the world tab and go and complete the legendary lost sectors or mass difficulty lost sectors, whichever one, just so that you can get some exotic engrams thrown your way. these will then be sent to your postmaster, and they can just be waiting there until you complete the legendary version of the campaign, and then you can go hog wild and just decrypt all of them into the brand new exotic and hope that you get a good roll. And that's pretty much all the prep stuff that you really need to be doing. I wouldn't really recommend most people do the engram stuff unless you're really bored, because you can just get the new exotics from playing some of the new content in the game. But if you don't want to do that and get a stockpile of new exotics, this is probably the easiest way of doing that. Now, outside of bounty prep, let's now talk content prep. What should you be playing and getting in terms of actual rewards in the game before Renegades launches? Well, if you own the, I believe it's the deluxe edition, or the edition that comes with both Edge of Fate and Renegades, you should have access to the premium version of the season pass currently with Ash and Iron, which at level 1 will give you the new Malpace exotic rocket pulse rifle, which is honestly really good. And if you get to level 90, you are able to get the exotic catalyst for this exotic, and the catalyst is extremely good, where the weapon's explosives now unravel nearby targets. So if you're playing enough, getting to level 90 at minimum is definitely going to be worth doing so you can get the catalyst for this weapon. Now, alongside that, if you played during Edge of Fate, you should have gotten to level 100 already and gotten the 3rd iteration and that weapon's catalyst, with Void potentially being the focus of the next artifact for Renegades. 3rd iteration might be incredibly potent next season, so if you have the catalyst already, definitely go and get that completed, as well as just getting the 3rd iteration anyway. I don't know if they've added the 3rd iteration and its catalyst to the kiosk of past season passes, but if they have, definitely go and claim that weapon. And then obviously, next week with the weekly reset, we are getting a brand new exotic mission, which will be coming with the Wolf's Bane exotic axe. That's going to be a craftable exotic that you'll be able to get your hands on through the exotic mission, and due to it being craftable, there's going to be a whole lot of upgrades that you'll probably be able to find within the exotic mission that will give you brand new perks and brand new catalysts for the weapon. So I'm definitely going to recommend next week jumping in and getting everything that's tied to that new exotic, because just doing that is going to be very useful, just to have the maxed out version of the weapon available to use, just in case it is very potent with any of the content coming out in Renegades or any of the currently playable content. Also, it's a new thing to go and do, so you might as well go and do it and see if you enjoy the new exotic mission. Other than that, the only main thing that we have coming up is Festival of the Lost, which will be coming with some pretty decent weapons, the main one being a brand new kinetic SMG, which will be coming with 2 brand new kinetic based perks, which honestly do sound very good. Now you can take a look at these perks on light.gg, which I will have linked in the description in case you want to look at that, but in terms of other weapons that you should be getting your hands on before Renegades, I would highly recommend that everyone try and get a good roll on the Mida Mini-Tool SMG. Now if you already have a Mida Mini-Tool from past seasons, guess what? Bungie reprised it yet again, and it comes with a whole suite of brand new perks, and if you're at around 300 to 400 power level, you should be getting higher tier versions of them, which should be coming with multiple perks. And if you missed out on the Yeartide Apex that came from Solstice, congratulations, because Mighty Minotaur is basically the exact same weapon, and it can come with all of the exact same perks that was good on the Yeartide Apex. Things like Heal Clip, Incandescent, and Burning Ambition. So if you can get the God roll of Heal Clip, Incandescent, and Burning Ambition on a single roll, I would highly recommend doing that and trying to get it, because this thing is an absolute beast of a weapon. Alongside that, for any PvP people, Mida Macro Tool is also very good, so definitely get that if it's the focus weapon for any of the PvP content currently in the game. And also for anybody who is a fan of shotguns, the Arms Week event will be returning, I believe, next week as well. So there's going to be a whole focus there on shotguns. So you should be able to get, I believe it was the Stasis rapid fire slug shotgun that is returning. So you can definitely get that as well next week. Alongside that, maybe the sword also returns, which is also a very good weapon, this Synestia. So if you can get that with Burning Ambition Eager Edge, maybe some Sharp Harvest and Nutrition Orbs, that would also be a very worthwhile weapon to go and grab. And then you've also got the Desert Perpetual Raid, which just launched with an epic version, which is honestly very cool by the looks of it. I have not completed it yet, but there's an epic version of it now, so if you want to get any of the exclusive weapons from that, I believe there's a brand new healing frame auto rifle, a new shotgun, and maybe even a grenade launcher, as well as some cosmetic items like a sparrow and stuff as well. So if you want to jump in and grab those, would definitely recommend doing that in the downtime between now and Renegades. And I believe that that is pretty much everything in terms of stuff you should be preparing and content coming out between now and Renegades. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you could leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I would very much appreciate it. But with that said, I'll see you all in the next one.